Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss ode as a poetic form. First, let's see the origin of ode. The word ode comes from the Greek language and it comes from the Greek word "eidin," meaning to sing or chant. And ode is usually accompanied by music and dance. The primary musical instruments which are used while singing an ode are aloes, sometimes lyre. Generally, ode is categorized under the tradition of lyric poetry. The first or the prototype ode was invented by the Greek poet Pindar. Deep and sincere emotions are developed in the due course of an ode. Next, let's see the features of an ode or the characteristics of an ode. Ode is addressed directly to the person or an object or an occasion. It is elevated in style and elaborate in stanzaic structure. It has meter and rhyme scheme, and the subject matters are dignified and serious. It is often leisurely and slow in progress. There are three kinds of ode. First kind is the Pindaric ode, second is the Horatian ode, and the third is the irregular ode. Pindaric ode. The Pindaric ode was named after the Greek poet Pindar, who belonged to 5th century BC. Pindaric ode is also known as regular ode, Dorian ode, choric ode, triumphal ode. Dorian ode, it's named after the district or dialect it arose from, which is Dorian, and this location is in the northwestern Greece. Usually, a Pindaric ode is sung for boys or young men or warriors who triumphed in Greek Olympian Games or in classical games or who emerged victorious in the wars, and these kinds of odes were called as triumphal odes. And Pindaric odes are sung in honor of gods also. This form of ode, the Pindaric ode, got its revival in 1550s in France. The structure of Pindaric ode. The Pindaric ode has got three major components. First one is strophe. Usually, this is the first stanza of the Pindaric ode. And during the recitation of the first stanza, the dancers make a turn from right to the left. The second key component of Pindaric ode is antistrophe. Usually, this is the second stanza of the ode, and during the recitation of this stanza, the dancers make a turn from left to the right. The third component of the Pindaric ode is epode, and usually this is the third stanza. And while the recitation of this stanza, the dancers stand still. Altogether, the sequence of the Pindaric ode, that is, strophe, antistrophe, and epode, is called a triad. A triad may be repeated for a number of times. Usually, it may be repeated more than once to a maximum number of 13. So, a Pindaric ode may consist of one triad up to 13 triads. And for this reason, ode is called a poem within a poem. Horatian ode. Horatian ode is named after the Roman poet Horace, who lived during the 1st century. Horatian ode is also known as lesbian ode, The Roman poet Catullus popularized the form. The Horatian ode also got its name from the island of Lesbos, which is located in Greece. Horatian ode traditionally explores the intimate scenes of daily life. Sometimes it discusses moral and political issues also. And usually it is addressed to a friend, and a Horatian ode deals with friendship, love, and other themes. The structure of the Horatian ode typically it consists of three stanzas, and each stanza consists of two or four lines with same rhyme scheme and meter. Horatian ode is often less formal and simpler in form. Irregular ode. This is the third kind of ode. And irregular ode follows neither the Pindaric form nor the Horatian form. It is also called a Scoulian ode, also known as English ode. It has its own regard of subject matter and style, and regarding structure, it is irregular in rhyme scheme and it is irregular in stanzaic patterns also. Some of the famous odes to be listed: P.B. Shelley's Ode to the West Wind, John Keats' Ode on a Grecian Urn, William Wordsworth's Ode on Intimations of Immortality, S.T. Coleridge's Dejection and Ode, Lord Tennyson's To Virgil, Andrew Marvell's Upon Cromwell's Return from Ireland, Abraham Cowley's To the Royal Society. Thank you.